Good day, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Consumer Chat. And I have here with me three beautiful ladies. The DTI Provincial Director of Negros Oriental, Miss Nimfa Virtucio, and the Provincial Director of Bohol, Marisol Balistoy, and the Provincial Director of DTI Siquijor, Angeline Gonzalez. Welcome to the program, ladies.
Thank you.
Thanks for
Okay.
having us.
So we'll be talking right now about the activities for the Consumer Month. So let's start first with DTI Negros Oriental.
Okay, so we did the takeoff for the celebration of the Consumer Month with a fun run last September 29. So we had a total of 535 participants during the fun run. And since the theme is on sustainable consumption, we had a very unique idea of not providing the use of plastic in all the materials we use. We did not even give certificate. What we did was we put up a wall where they can scan the QR code if they want to have the certificate. We also gave out bamboo straws, and all our info materials were printed in a QR code. So we did not give any paper. It's a paperless info dissemination. So it's
Purely digital.
purely digital. We also had a contest, a short quiz after the fun run, and all the answers can be found on that info material with the QR code. So we made sure na the participants at least read the information. So we have prizes, and then we also invited a store selling sustainable products to have a small booth display of her product, like organic shampoo, detergent. So it's in as a support to our initiative on sustainable consumption. And we also had a forum, a briefing, and at the same time a workshop last October 10 on green consumerism, sustainable consumption and climate change resiliency workshop, where we invited Jessica Wu. She is an awardee and a practitioner of sustainable consumption. Aside from that, we also did a workshop on greening our SSF. So we invited our cooperators of the SSF. They, as an output, they prepared an action plan for their SSF and on how to green their processes. So that's it.
Okay. How about DTI Bohol?
Okay, for the Consumer Month celebration, we had it opened with a consumer fun run, but this was done on the 29th of September. So the Consumer Month, as we know, is the entire month of October, but
Yes.
we did it. The
Kick-off.
kick-off activity was done on the last week of September, and it was on a Sunday. So it was participated by the members of the consumer welfare, like CWBI consumer group. This is a consumer group of the city of Tagbilaran. We had also students from different colleges and universities in the province, and of course the general public. Then on the first day of October, we had a joint market monitoring on prices of basic and prime commodities and agri products. So this was also a joint activity with the Consumer Watch Bohol Incorporated. This is a consumer group in the city of Tagbilaran. We had also young consumers from the university of one of the universities in Tagbilaran, from Holy Name University, and of course we had with us the market administrator of the city of Tagbilaran. So they did monitoring on prices of basic and prime commodities in the city. And during that event, or the conduct of monitoring, it was found out that most of the retailers in the city were compliant with DTI regulations, particularly on price tag and some other fair trade laws. We also had the Youth Consumer Summit. This was the 7th in Bohol. This was done last October 5 in one of the hotels in Tagbilaran City. It was participated by students from the academe, from the three schools, in major schools in the city, the Holy Name University, the University of Bohol, and the Bohol Institute of Technology. This was attended also by the members of the Consumer Watch Bohol Incorporated. We invited a speaker from CPAB to talk on sustainable consumption and production. In that forum, discussions also on the recent issue regarding the African swine fever was tackled. This is a very important issue where consumers should know, so that they will be able to do exactly the right things, the right remedies, or whatever they can in order to prevent the entrance or the entry of the disease in the province. So, and one more major event for the month is a retailers meeting, which will be done this coming October 23. This is a meeting of all retailers in the province, where they will be an orientation on, like, fair trade laws will be given to them, because in Bohol, I would like to make some kind of a switch or a tweaking on the enforcement, like, in order for us to like lessen the violations from our retailers, especially on standards. So we might as well educate them.
Okay.
So those are the major events or activities that we have for the consumer month in the province.
How about DTI Siquijor?
Okay. October has been declared as the Consumer Welfare Month. But this year, the theme that we have is on sustainable consumption. So therefore, our activities are focused on that theme, consumer, because consumers are the largest constituency in the economy and are the heart of the many issues dealt with, especially in one of our sustainable development goals, which includes sustainable consumption and production. So therefore, with this theme, all our activities are focused on that. We, as mentioned, we kick it off, the celebration of the Consumer Welfare Month kicked off with a consumer fun run, wherein it was from all walks of life. It was attended by then. Then all the activities aside, it's not only the usual running, having fun in running, walking, jogging, for that, but all our consumer information are geared towards that. But first and foremost, we posted consumer information, our information on the consumer rights and responsibilities. At the same time, on the consumer information with regards to sustainable consumption. So we used, because we offered free snacks there, we, instead of using plastics, the pack for that lunch are all, because in Siquijor it's zero plastic use. So therefore, for the snack or the package for that snack are in paper on the cardboard pack, and then using the spoon and wooden spoon and fork, because right now we have a group in Siquijor wherein they will produce wooden spoon and fork, and that's what the tourists are also looking for. So with that fun run and all the information materials that we gave out, that what the consumers should know, there were also materials on sustainable consumption. So what does that mean? I just explained you that.
Okay.
It does not mean that they know how to consume in a sustainable way. Just ensuring the support for life, because when we talk about sustainable consumption, because the current general consumer education tends to focus on how to help people make decisions in the marketplace, so their self-interest is served by buying and owning things. If this is done without a fellow citizen or fellow species relationship with Earth and the future perspective, everything gets trampled and flattened. So one of the activities that we're going to have in Siquijor is the Consumer Congress. So we'll be asking the consumers how they can help as a citizen.
Okay, when is this going to be?
In Siquijor, it will be only, because the only available date for the students, because we're targeting the students, because they are the young, are the future. Correct?
Yes.
So therefore, we will be asking them what will be the gaps that they need to do in order to sustain the consumption. Because when we talk consumers, we consume, but we also have to think of the future, the needs of the future generation. So that we will have workshops on that, more or less 3 topics, because of the time allotment.
What are the dates for this workshop?
That will be on October 21. So our target are the students. We have this consumer youth forum, and we believe that this will be the right time to have this. Now it will no longer be on about consumer forum, but it's more focused this time in terms of sustainable consumption. Another activity that we had, we networked with the Banco Central, because what do you need when you purchase? What do you need when you purchase?
Money.
You need money. So therefore, we partnered with PSP, because they have that new, they call it currency, next gen currency. So we invited retailers, and one of the issues that the consumers have lately in Siquijor about the change. Consumers were already complaining that they're not given the exact change. So therefore, we talked with the retailers about this. At the same time, teaching the retailers on how to how to determine fake from the real tender, the currency that we have, especially on the next gen currency of the Philippines.
That's a coming seminar.
It was conducted already last October 8th. Another activity that we're going to have would be the it's more of the using our consumer organization, wherein they will be we call it monitoring, especially on issues about the exact change, the monitoring of the prices, etc. So they will be our partners on that also. It's more of monitoring.
Oh, that's it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you very much, ladies, for sharing the information. I know you're very busy. You just came from an execom meeting, and I won't hold you for long. So thank you, and thank you to all our listeners. I'll be back for another episode of Consumer Chat.